We describe MAPP as a framework because MAPP is not unique. You will recognize many of MAPP's phases reflect existing efforts you or your community partners are already doing. MAPP provides a process to coordinate and organize these existing efforts more strategically. You will want to build from existing initiatives and use this process as a framework to guide you. Here are some common examples. 1. Your community may already have a vision, or several of your partners may have visions, that can form a draft collective vision to build from, rather than starting from scratch. 2. Your local health department may already conduct community health assessments in your community, or, and we find this in many communities, the local hospital may be undertaking a community health assessment. If the data is recent, it may not need to be recollected. 3. When I talk with public health educators and nurses, I find that they are already leading a lot of community engagement efforts. The United Way may be conducting a community survey. This information can either feed into, or depending on the content, serve as your community themes and strengths assessment. 4. Your community could have identified strategic issues from a turning point initiative or previous planning effort. You'll want to review these issues and see if new data supports the existing issues or if changes need to be made. 5. You can review the existing strategies you are using to see if they can be modified or enhanced to more directly support the goals developed through your MAPP process. But you don't necessarily want to completely abandon your existing strategies unless they are addressing the wrong or unimportant issues, or they are approaching an issue in an ineffective way. 6. And, of course, you are already implementing activities. This process helps focus those activities towards priority areas. Throughout the process, it is important to sustain existing efforts. However, saying that MAPP isn't unique doesn't tell the whole story either. MAPP isn't just a short-term project that has a beginning and an end. MAPP changes the way public health is practiced in your community. Therefore, once you've finished a cycle of MAPP, the effects of the process should continue to positively impact the community. MAPP is not a planning process for the local health department. It results in a plan for the entire public health system. Another way of saying this is, MAPP is really a journey, not a destination. MAPP is a complete, long-term, system-wide paradigm shift. MAPP is a shift in how we think about public health activities and planning with and through our communities. MAPP is also the only community planning instrument that incorporates the local instrument of the NPH-PSP, National Public Health Performance Standards. Including this instrument as a key tool provides a planning process for addressing the results of the performance standards assessment. Healthy People 2010 and 2020 promotes the implementation of a community health improvement plan and the use of performance standards. By conducting MAPP, a community has a tool that will address the elements required by these two objectives. MAPP can also help communities address other Healthy People 2010 objectives, such as substance abuse, physical activity, and tobacco use. Remember, MAPP provides a community health improvement process that incorporates the essential services, a framework that was developed by national organizations in order to better identify and assure public health responsibilities. By bringing together the collective wisdom of the community, MAPP can serve as a catalyst for community involvement. In any community, there are many new and ongoing initiatives. MAPP is the process that gives unified direction to the various initiatives in a local community. MAPP includes other community initiatives that have been undertaken or are currently occurring in the community. For example, the United Way may be conducting a community survey, the local hospital may be undertaking a community health assessment, or a community may have conducted a visioning process in the past year. all of these efforts fit together. The United Way survey and the hospital's data may tell a similar story, but there is no way to find out if coordination doesn't exist. MAPP can help bring the participants and results of these efforts together in one comprehensive process. In South Carolina, the Turning Point Initiative has worked with health directors, health departments, and local communities on implementing the MAPP process within our public health system, including Orangeburg, Florence, Aiken, Hampton, and Clarendon, to name a few.